Happy Thursday and welcome to the Venue Live. My name is Roger Ramirez and this is Houston's first online live performance venue brought to you from R&R Studio. We're here in the studio with Byrd The Ghost.
Who you with?
Thanks, man.
Byrd The Ghost.
Thank you for joining us in the studio.
Man,
it's
I
a
appreciate
pleasure to have you here.
I appreciate you having us here, man.
I've heard great things about you.
Right.
I've been speaking to your manager for like 3 weeks now.
Which one? I got two. I got one with me right now.
Amanda.
Spectacular. Mama, I know you tuned in. Shout out to Amanda.
Amanda, if you're watching, thank you for helping out with all the coordination. So let's get to it. Tell us your name and, what you do. And, let's pass the mic around.
Well, my name is Byrd The Ghost. I'm here with my boy, Bravo. Say something, Bravo.
H-Town, what's up? Boy Bravo in the house, man. Holding out my boy Byrd.
And then I got my boy, Sir Chox.
What's up, world? It's your boy, Sir Chox. You know what I'm saying? Checking in one time with my boy, Byrd The Ghost. You already know it's going down.
Thanks, guys. And by the way, I know we were talking about your outfit earlier. I love it. Love the hat. It's a fedora, right? Yeah. Awesome. Mm-hmm. I wore a fedora once, but I didn't make it look quite as good, man.
Well, it's just one of those type of things. You wear one fedora, and then all of a sudden you got 100. So, yeah, they're expensive, but I love them, and it's a good habit.
So, since you have the mic, where are you from Houston?
I'm originally from Acres Home in Houston, Texas. It's right, north side of Houston, Texas. I love it. I love Houston, period, but that's just home.
And how long have you been doing music?
I've been doing music since I was professionally recording music since I was 13. Yeah. Damn. So yeah, I've been doing it a while, and I love it.
Very nice, man. What about you, Byrd? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from, Houston?
Man, I'm from the far north side of Houston. You know what I'm saying? Almost, on the outskirts. Anywhere from 1960 going north on 45 all the way to Conroe. Man, I've been in the game for about a year and a half. You know what I'm saying? And recording professionally, and I love it. I love every last aspect of it.
Well, sound check was pretty good, man. We get really excied. You have good delivery.
Right. Appreciate you.
And you really do know how to work the cameras. It shows.
Right. I mean, that's where I started, was behind the camera, and then one thing led to another, and then I ended up making the music. This was about a year and a half ago, and I started making music, and then I hopped in front of the camera.
That's tight. What about you, man? Where are you from? And how long have you been doing music for?
Thank you, man. My name's Bravo, man. South Texas, man. I lived in the Valley, 956 representative. Born and raised in the RGV, Far Texas, McAllen, San Juan, Alamo. I lived in Kingsville, Corpus Christi, Houston, all sides of Houston, man. I lived on Greens Point, Imperial Valley. I lived on the east side, man, Federal, I-10. Lived in Katy. I lived off of 45 in Edgebrook. I stay right now, man. I'm in Harlem Clark. You know what I mean? I stay on the.
Oh, you're pretty close to here then.
Yeah, man. I'm in Harlem Clark right now. I've been there for the last 5 years. But Houston's dear to my heart, man. I've been in and around Houston pretty much my whole life. You know what I mean? South Texas, Kingsville, Alice, Fremont, Corpus Christi's, dear to my heart. I work with a lot of, Four Corner Hustlers and Smoke Beats out there in Corpus Christi. That's how I got my start. My first go at music was with Selena's brother, A.B. Quintanilla.
All right.
He signed me to a 6-album contract, man. And my first show ever was performing with the Cumbia Kings, or opening up for the Cumbia Kings in Dallas, Texas. So I've been at it for a minute, man, and thanks to Byrd and guys like Sir Chox, man, they kind of, I went cold for a while, and they kind of, breathed some fresh air into me, you know what I mean, and got the juices flowing again, so we back at it. But I'm a South Texas representative, I'm so Texas to the bone, and that's who I am, man.
Well, that's pretty awesome, guys. It's a pleasure to know that you've been doing music for a long time, and that, that dream just never, there's a lot of people that do music, and because something spectacular doesn't happen, they just kind of give it up. And
right. Yeah.
And it's good that we as musicians have that drive, and it's like a good addiction. It just gets better and better with that. There's a lot of ways to kind of fuck it up if you go down the wrong route. But
that's part of the artist development. I
Yeah.
mean, like I said, I've only been in the game for a year and a half as far as recording, and in this past year and a half, I have came so far as when it came to me developing myself as an artist. And I'm sure these two individuals, they've been in the game 10 years plus, you know. I mean, I know for a fact they've developed themselves, and I mean, that's just part of the game, and it's only the beginning for me.
We still finding ourselves.
and we're
Right,
of course.
For real, we still find ourselves.
It's just like this, you know. This is a completely new chapter in my life as a musician, doing this whole live stream, you know, experimenting. You know, that's kind of what shapes you, and all your prior experiences. It's kind of like the little bumps in the road that you know keep pushing you in certain ways. And we were talking about earlier about my experiences, how all like the live streaming that I did for different people kind of led to kind of put my music and my production side together.
Right. Yeah, character building pretty much.
See, and all of my experiences kind of brought me to where I'm at now, where I'm able to help. You know, these artists that got these talent. You know, the Sir Chalks with his singing, and Byrd with his hustle and his
good voice over there.
Flow that he's got. You know, and I'm able to lend what I've picked up over the years. You know, recording in all these different studios and, you know, rubbing shoulders with people, you know, Grammy-nominated artists and Grammy-winning artists, and kind of picking up all those things and helping out where I can, you know. So that's sort of where we're at with it right now.
Cool, man.
You want a shot?
I'm good right now, bro. But you're welcome to.
Already. Can you
No,
get that for me?
you're welcome, bro. Of course. So,
Cool.
So let's talk about your music. When did I know you say you've been going at it for a year recording, but when did you were like, man, I'm gonna write some music down. I'm gonna write original music. You know, have you been writing throughout?
Man, I've been writing since I was like 11 or 12. You know what? I take that back. I was 13. It was a couple of days before my 14th birthday, and my dad had picked me up, and we were going down there to Corpus, and I remember he was on his way to come pick me up, and I was jamming this song by Immortal Technique called Harlem Streets, but I was jamming just the instrumental to it, and I was feeling the beat and everything, and then I picked up the pen and pad and I wrote my first song, and it's called I'm Sorry. You know, I dedicated that to my mom and my dad and everything they did, and then when he scooped me up, I already had one verse and the hook already done, and I had him and my stepmom crying the whole way down there, you know, it was just one of those deep songs, you know, just from the heart and from the mind, you know. So 14, to answer your question.
That's cool, man. And you just found the right time.
Right, everything fell into place. Like it's ever since then, you know, I started writing or whatever, you know, so I did that throughout the years. And my homeboy Ricky Blaze, which, I mean, salute Ricky, who you with, and we used to flow, you know, we'd flow, we'd get drunk or whatever, you know, and we would flow, and like I never did anything professional, but I started doing that when I was like 11, and throughout the years, me and Ricky, you know, we've kept in touch, and back in 2014, he hit me up and he was like, hey man, you know, you want to come to one of my shows, you know, come watch me perform and whoop-de-whoop, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, why not? I drove all the way from Corpus Christi out here to Houston to watch him perform, and he was with a group called SOT, Straight Outta Texas Records at the time. And back then, you know, I mean, I wasn't nobody, you know, I never had a door open for me at that point. And then I ended up doing some promotions for SOT Records down in Corpus, and then from the work that I put in for them, and it just so happens that a couple of their group members, they have family out there, and about 6 months later, a couple of their family members called them and was like, hey man, when were y'all in Corpus? We seen your flyers and so on and so forth. But that was from the work that I put in for the cause, because I seen one of my best friends since I was a kid. You know, I was like, you know what, let me support him and what he's doing. So I started with the promotions. One thing led to another, you know, throughout the years. That turned into me being a videographer, because I mean, that's really what got me into the SOT was a videographer, cameraman type of thing, and with the promotions. And then one thing led to another, you know, I had a lot of doors open for me, and, you know, networking and everything like that, and I met a lot of people, and I started recording professionally. I have a lot of songs under my belt, but none of them are put out just because I have been trying to find myself as an artist. you know, trying to find that voice and trying to find that delivery, you know, that where everybody's like, who you with, Byrd The Ghost? Who you with, Byrd The Ghost? You know, they feel that vibe and everything. So, you know, I mean, it's been a journey, but you know, I've enjoyed every last minute of it.
Yeah. So let's talk about. Go ahead, take your shot, man.
Salute.
Salute.
Hey, matter of fact, salute to everybody out there that is performing at Tune Out the Cancer Fest. Every last band, every last artist. We're doing this for the kids, and y'all don't forget to show love to all y'all's fans. Tag y'all's fans. Make sure every last fan out there supports y'all's band or artists, rap artists. You know, I mean, salute to y'all, because if it wasn't for y'all, these kids wouldn't be having this little benefit.
Kevin Hamlin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Kevin.
Which besides Amanda, Kevin Hamlin was the first guy who got me connected with y'all. And so Tune Out Fest, February 21st through the 24th, I believe. We're gonna be trying to stream it live as well. We're working on that whole making sure that we have all the right equipment for that. But let's talk about your musical influences. Who would you say as an artist you look up to? I mean, as you can tell, I look up to Dave Matthews Band.
Right.
It kind of shows a little bit, but so what about you? Like,
I mean, as far as like, okay, I'm a rapper. That's what I do. I rap.
Yeah.
Musical influence, that's a very wide spectrum. Man, I grew up listening to anything from Metallica to Linkin Park, Alice in Chains. You know, that's from my mom, and then just from being on the block or whatever. You know, that was the SPM, of course. SPM. That's one of my musical influences as far as my what I do now. SPM, K Reno, all that South Park Coalition, all of Screwed Up Click, of course.
South Park Coalition. We just had
SBC. Yeah,
we had Cliche here in the studio.
Hey, what up? ARC, Artist Respecting Communities. You know, shout out to K Reno and Cliche. Y'all doing y'all's thing out there.
Yeah, Cliche was here, not last Sunday, but the Sunday before. Amazing artist. But yeah, so about your influences? Okay,
and then to continue, and then that goes into UGKs, to Outkast, to 8-Ball MJG. I mean, the list goes on and on, but I mean, as far as like, let's say you were to put on something on my day. Okay, I ride motorcycles, so there really ain't nothing, you know, in my CD player.
So yeah, that's gonna be my next question. If I was to get in your car right now?
Well, I don't have a car.
If you had, in your Ferrari,
but
in your future Ferrari,
on my motorcycle, with my phone. If you were to put my headphones on right now, I ain't even gonna lie. The last track that I was jamming was with Who You With. It was Snow the Product and Castro Escobar. Shout out to their whole camp and everything, you know. And matter of fact, I was jamming them all morning, you know, while I was working and everything, you know, getting in the groove, whatever.
That's pretty tight, man. So, do you have any projects that you're working on? Anything that we should be looking out for? Anything that's gonna drop soon?
Man, on the cool right now, I'm building my YouTube subscriber list. Byrd The Ghost, BYRDTHEGHOST. Go to my YouTube, subscribe. As soon as I get 250 subscribers, I'm gonna drop my album Sex Sells. And I mean, I'm tuning it up right now and everything. So Sex Sells is coming soon. My next project after that, it's called Stories of a Ghost, and I'm gonna give them a little more versus, you know, hustling and selling and about females or whatever. That's on Sex Sells. Stories of a Ghost, that's gonna be more like, okay, you know, from the heart or what you see in the streets and where's your mind at, and make you think a little bit more about your own life through my music, you know, versus, you know, Sex Sells. But I wanted to cover the whole spectrum, you know, just so that way, oh, well, he was doing this and then now he's doing that. That's just because, you know what, I'm developing myself as an artist, and I want you to see that I have the ability to get in your head and like, okay, yeah, let me rock some Byrd The Ghost real quick. You know? Well,
we're definitely gonna subscribe to your YouTube channel on our studio, and we're definitely gonna help you try to get your goal of subscribers, man. Because this is what this is all about. This show, The Venue Live, is about showcasing artists and everybody growing together. It's a win-win, you know. But there's plenty plenty of room to grow for everybody to grow together.
For real.
You know, the more the channel grows, the more your music gets exposed, the more that you grow. And so we really encourage people to find your YouTube channel and please subscribe. Also, if you just happen to go to R&R Studio, subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. So tell us about the songs that you're going to be performing today. Just a little bit about them.
Okay. First song I'm going to be performing is called 4 a.m. I know everybody out there has had that one heartbreak. You know, they were sitting up, you know, couldn't sleep. It's 4 in the morning. You want to be with that special someone, but one case or another, you know, happened. And it's either they did, or really this song's more about her doing me wrong versus me doing her wrong. But yeah, it's one of those type of tracks, you know, one from the heart, you know, but really like a fuck you, bitch. But at the same time, it's like,
of course,
whatever.
A love song,
right,
total love song.
Right, most definitely. And that one's called 4 a.m. That will be on Sex Sales as well. The second track is called Pimp Tight, completely different side of the spectrum. That's you know, about a ride or die type of female. You know, it's not anyone specific. It's more about, you know, like if you want to down for me females, then boom, this one's for you. And then, you know, and these songs are for all my fans and everything. And I want to have something they can vibe to, like, oh shit, yeah, I got me a little ace boy. You got your little wifey. Bravo got his wifey and everything. Right. You know, I mean,
ride or die right there.
Find out. No, I'm just kidding. I got my little wifey at the house. What's up, baby? You spectacular. Spectacular. I seen you early on Facebook looking all fly.
And it makes a difference, bro. Right, it really makes things so much easier to have the support.
Right, that's that backbone.
And somebody that you can, you know, spit ideas to. Right, but somebody that's just not gonna ignore you. You know, somebody that's actually gonna engage in what you're doing
and keep you humble.
Right. Yes. But that's not what that song's about, though. That song's more about the, you know, grimy side, riding around, you know, and everything like that. You know, that down for me chick. but you ain't lying though. It's always good to have that. And then third track, that's See Me Now. That one I have, I'm featuring Bravo. I have King Don, aka Don King. Shout out, homie. How you doing? And then I also have Tommy G from Lifestyle. Remember that? Ooh, thing? Yeah. Tommy G, you know, Lifestyle. Salute, homie. But you know, that one, when I wrote that one, and again came up with the concept of that song, that was more like, okay, you know, that they really weren't supporting me when I was first doing this, and then now all of a sudden, you know, I get a little clout, you know, they see from a distance like, oh shit, okay, he's doing something now. And then I get them phone calls. It's like, hey man, what's up? You know, hey, can I get some free tickets and this and that and blah blah blah. I was like, man, I tried to invite you to my show when I had free tickets going on. You know, I had tickets to give away, and I was willing to, you know, just hear. But where were you at then? And then now they see me, and then, you know, I'm rocking out with my cock out type of shit, and then, you know, they want to rock with me. Yeah, you're right. You know, and then they like, man, like they see me now, and that was the whole concept behind that, because, you know, they see me, and then now they want to rock with me.
And that's a fucking true story for like lots of people, man. You know, I had you know, and sorry to make this personal, but I had you know, as a musician, I had a lot of people that just blow me away and that only call when they need something.
Right. That's
and you know, and up till recently, you know, I decided to like, man, like, and I knew it all along, but you're trying to get in the game, and you think these guys are your friends because, you know, they want something, and
that's how I am right now, man. I got a lot of people that, you know, they're like, oh man, you've been doing this for too long, you ain't made it yet, you know what I mean, you need to step out. But they're hearing some of the projects that I'm putting out with some of these cats and some of these hooks that I'm bringing and killing them, and they're like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, see me now, motherfucker, you know what I mean?
well, you know,
hey, that's that boo boo the full face.
Well, same thing with the studio, you know, like, I have a lot of musicians that only return my phone calls, or even only call me when they want to come into the studio and do something. You know, and it's like, wait, like, what about all those messages that I sent you that, you know, I wanted to jam, or if you can hook me up with a gig? You know, what about all those times?
And then all of a sudden.
And it's so sad how they're so blatant about it. You know, like He's like, hey man, you know, like I had this one, and I'm not gonna say any names, but this person, you know, they see that my YouTube channel is growing. You know, it's growing pretty fast. We've only been doing this for 2 months and a half, and I've gained like 900 subscribers.
Awesome. Yeah.
And
congratulations, by the way.
thanks, dude.
I hope it gets even
yeah, dude, and
larger
you know, and they're like, they called me, and they were like, they got quiet, you know.
That's what.
And it's like, they said it out loud. They were like, how can I make money off of your YouTube channel? And I was like, what? I was like, I don't know, man. Like, if you want to perform, you can perform, but I don't know about making money. You know, that's like,
right.
That's straight up some douchey shit, you know.
And this song is for those people.
That's right. And I can't wait to hear it.
Right.
So where can people find you on social media, man?
Byrd The Ghost, BYRD _THE _GHOST. That's my Instagram. YouTube, same thing, Byrd The Ghost, no underscores. Facebook, same thing, like page, Byrd The Ghost. I mean, I know I'm Byrd, but I still ain't got a Twitter yet, but it's coming soon. You know, who you with?
Do y'all have individual projects that y'all are working on, or what about your social media?
Go
if people
ahead,
want to find you at?
Yeah. So I'm at Bravo the Rep. So it's Bravo _DA _rep.
Maybe somebody needs a fucking killer hook, man.
Yeah, man. If you need the hooks, man, you need a ghostwriter. I ain't gonna tell nobody. Shh. I'll write for you. You know, I'm the Houston hook master, man. If you need a hook, you know, R&B, rap, trap, whatever, man, get at me and I'll get you right, man. Byrd knows, Chalks knows, man, and you know, it's all about making good music. I'm not gonna charge you. I'm not gonna tax the shit out of you. We can split that shit on the publishing, and we'll get it going. A lot of these people out here, man, they're like crabs in a bucket. They want to charge, you know, $150, $200, $300, $400 just to come out on a song, man. I'm gonna do this shit for free out of love, but we're gonna split that shit and do it right. You know what I mean? We'll get our publishing correct, and yeah, we get our paperwork right, man, and we can all make some money, you know, out here in Houston and surrounding areas. And like I said, Bravo the Rep, man. Hit me up on Instagram.
What about Mr. Homeboy?
Yo. It's your man, Sir Chalks. You can find me on Instagram at SIRCHOX. That's one word. You can find me on Twitter at Sir Vocals, SIRVOCALS. You can find me, You can find me on Facebook under Sir Chalks and under my legal name as well. But no, yeah, I have the great pleasure of being able to work with such gifted and talented artists like Byrd and Brav. We got a lot of stuff coming. Separately from that, I have 3 projects I'm working on right now. Actually getting ready to release some Christmas music.
Nice.
It's going to be 4 songs. It's going to be real nice.
That's smart.
Aside from that, I got a couple singles I'm about to drop off of my EP. It's called Solidified Confections. And I'm actually started working on my 3rd one, which is going to be, the title of it is 421, which is my birthday. And it's the day after 420. So, you know, it's going to have a little bit about...
you wake up in a good mood.
420 in it.
Relaxed.
Yeah. I dropped the single with Magno and Rashid. It's called Summer Grind. Much love to the Pharmacy Studio, Isaac. Everybody over there, man, I love you guys so much, man. Appreciate everything you guys done for us, Cooley. And then aside from that, me and this man right here have an awesome song together. I'm just waiting for, you know, for us to drop. Yeah. But aside from that, I'm just performing. I sing with a local band here, the McHale Rose Experience. We do a lot of places all over Houston. I've been with the band now for about 7 years. Shouts out to AMJ Entertainment. Shouts out to my personal producer, one of the greatest producers alive, Mr. Iseka Beats. Y'all go follow him. You can follow him at Iseka Beats. He's a great guy. But for the most part, I am an artist that's a producer, that's a singer-songwriter as well. I rap sometimes. I used to rap all the time. Yeah, Shots got balls. It's not a game. But, you know, man, I'm just excited about the future and everything that we got going on. You know, tune out cancer. You know, so we're going to make sure we do what we got to do to make things happen, to get the proceeds necessary to get the funds needed to help the children. I'm all about the children, helping them and pushing them forward, because there's always one child. You don't know, that one child could be the next president. That one child could be the next doctor. And sometimes their parents just need a little help financially to help them go through the things that they're dealing with. So it's all support that.
So Byrd The Ghost,
Yes, sir.
where does that name come from, man?
Man, that is that's a long story, but I'm gonna try to shorten it down as much as I can. Back in the day, I used to have a best friend, Ace Boone Coon, my ride or die homie. You know, everybody has one of them homeboys, and you be like, man, that's my homeboy from back in the day. His name was Josh Bozarth. We used to call him Byrd. And like I'm talking about this boy, like for real. You want to know why they called him Byrd? That's a different story, but he passed. Yeah, for real. Rest in peace, man. He passed away back in 2011. 2014, like I was saying earlier, you know, I got into the music industry, and then when I got into the music industry, the guy that put me on, Tex, he asked me, he was like, "Hey man, well, what's your stage name?" I looked at him, I'm like, "Man, I ain't no stripper. What you talking about? What's my stage name?" right? Like, what? Let me find out. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get back at you on that. I thought about it, you know, and it didn't take me long. Coming to the stage. Byrd the Ghost. But nah, it didn't take me long to think about it. And I made a phone call to Byrd's dad and his mom, and I got their blessings to keep his name alive through my music. So it was Byrd at first. And then I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? Byrd the Ghost is a lot more unique. So people ask me why Byrd the Ghost is to keep my homeboy's name alive through my music. My little brother, you know, I've known him since I was 4 years old, so that's why you call me the Ghost, Byrd the Ghost.
Dude. That's a cool story, man.
Yes, sir. Rest in peace,
That's
Josh
cool.
Bozarth.
So we want to send a shout out to, you know, since this is a Cancer Fest, Tune Out artist, to the Arias family from Angleton, Texas. About their daughter Abigail Arias. She was an honorary
peace,
police
mama.
officer with the Freeport PD. She recently passed away from incurable cancer. She was only 7 years old.
Yeah,
Deeply sorry for that, and
my condolences as
you
well.
know, hopefully.
And you know what? You know, honestly, she seemed happy, real happy, because it was about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I live in Angleton at the moment.
Shit.
So 3 or 4 weeks ago, there was the Angleton parade, and she had her own float and everything.
Did she really?
And,
Oh, man, that's pretty-
like I'm getting chills just talking about it right now. But you know, she was happy. Like I seen her going by. She was like, "Oh my God," you know, like yeah. So she's like between those officers, you know, making her an official officer.
Yeah.
And just all the love that her and her family got. You know, I mean, it's reasons like that I'm doing what I'm doing for Tune Out the Cancer Fest,
course,
to
man.
help families like that, you know, and just to put a smile on children's face, just like how she had a smile on when she was on her float riding by.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. You know, it's rough, man.
Right.
But you know, we wish them the best, and for
Salud, mama.
exactly. So if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We want to keep showcasing local artists like Byrd the Ghost, and we showcase bands, single artists, duos, just about every night. And so we want to keep doing this. Your subscription is essential to our growth. And if we grow, everybody grows with us. We ain't going to be like one of those shady dudes.
Right.
You know, fuck that. You know, there's room to grow. If you're watching on Facebook,
Networking.
please share the event. Make sure that the Byrd the Ghost has new fans. Give us a like, give us a little heart. I think that's Twitter. If you're watching on Twitter, make sure you retweet the event, and you give us a bunch of hearts. Also want to give a shout out to King Baby.
Right. Hey, salud, Diego. Who you with? Hey, man, much love, doggy. Hey, you and Cooley and your whole camp. I ain't got nothing but love for y'all, man, for real.
Mad love.
Yeah. Hey, matter of fact, shout out to Kevin Hamlin and actually both Kevins.
H-Town superstars, man, for real.
Right, King Baby and Cooley.
King Baby,
Yeah.
Cooley. I got songs for both of them.
Oh yeah.
Right, yeah.
So shout out to you, Cooley. Shout out to you, King Baby, Diego, man. Much love, man. Thanks for showing me love every time I come around.
Yeah, he's very awesome at that.
Yeah, man, and they superhuman, man. Those guys.
I feel like I don't have enough love whenever they're around, because they always have more love than
Oh nah, man. You gotta match. You gotta match it. At the
I
time.
know. I'm learning. You know, I'm learning. I'm learning to keep my guard down because I've been fucked over so many times.
Have you met Cooley?
No, I've never met Cooley.
Hey, Cooley, we gonna have to get you in here, doggy. I'm just saying.
And
He's a fucking superstar, man.
Right,
You
yeah.
know, I tell him all the time, like, man, you a goddamn superstar. You know what I mean? Like, I can't believe he's not on fucking. He has his own Netflix special or something. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
well,
Right, for
Cooley,
real.
this is a personal invitation. We are looking for talent, so you're welcome to come anytime. And any final thoughts before we hear your music, man?
Man, I appreciate every last blessing that I have ever received when it comes to my dreams, and my dreams all this is music, and my dreams have come true, and I appreciate people like Bravo, Chox, Nikki, Jay Boogie, people like yourself, Kevin. I mean, the list goes on and on. You know, shout out Spectacular. You know, shout out to my whole camp. And I really appreciate everyone that has supported me, and anyone that support me right now, and anybody that will be in the future. You know, this is nothing but love, and I do this for y'all. And thank you, God, and I appreciate you, Byrd, for being my guardian angel. And I mean, let's get it in.
Hustle Town Network, man.
Right. Hustle Town Network. Yeah. I mean, that Hustle Town Network. That's really, it was Straight Out of Texas Records is where I got started, and then that turned into Hustle Town Network, and then that turned into Straight Out of Texas, a visual show. You know, kind of like how Rap City was back in the day for Hustle Town Network, and that's really where I got started. And I mean, I never forget where I come from. You know, and at the end of the day, I never forget that every last piece of my puzzle, you know, is where I'm going, and I'm trying to paint a picture that's more beautiful than anything I've ever painted before.
Very well said, guys. Westone Audio, thank you for the in-ears. We use them every day. These guys are using the in-ears. Thank you. We love the Pro Series. We expect your new series soon, and you've really.
I got big ears, you know what I mean?
Right.
And they're comfortable.
They're comfortable.
I hate headphones, but this is like, oh yeah.
Awesome. Well, they're very clear. We appreciate your sponsorship, and we hope to keep the relationship alive for many years.
I might walk out with these, just let you know.
Well, if you're looking to buy in-ears, Westone is the way to go. I do have a discount code.
I want to give a shout out, man. You know, my last couple songs I got out with Jessica Jeans. You know, she's a radio host from 97.9 The Box, and I got a couple tracks with her. Thanks to the people that have showed me love, man, and have volunteered to get on some of these songs, man, and push me forward, like Byrd, Sir Chox, Cooley Bully, King Baby, Jessica Jeans, G Fats, you know, JLA, Kaylin, just people that have, you know, believed in me and believed in the movement. Appreciate you guys very much, man, from the bottom of my heart.
Okay, guys, let's do this. We're gonna take
Already.
We're gonna take a minute break. These guys are gonna go to their spots, and then we're gonna.
Hey, y'all don't forget to share this. I'm just saying. Go
Doesn't
add
cost
all
anything.
of us, share it, and holla who you with one time.
That's right, guys. All right, thank you guys for watching. We're gonna take a minute break. You got something else? Oh, okay. Thanks, guys.